Yo, what is up, you churro munchin chatbots? Today we're playing some games with the Pikarom. This is the list I've been liking recently for the current meta. Now I know you guys know I talk poorly about Volkner all the time. I've talked poorly about Judge Pikarom. I've talked poorly about Pikarom recently. Now I don't think Pikarom's a terrible deck. However, I don't think it fits currently into the meta very well because I feel like it can get overpowered pretty reasonably by a lot of decks. But it doesn't mean I hate the deck, and I still enjoy playing the deck from time to time. So we're still going to be playing some Pikarom today, and this is the list I would use. I think Judge Pikarom is the best way to play Pikarom right now because I feel like you have to be disruptive towards those welder decks right now, specifically Mew Box and Abilities Art, which are the two main welder decks right now. You gotta be disruptive. You gotta disrupt their hand. You gotta make them whiff welders. Can't let them sit there and go welder one turn, welder turn 2, welder turn 3, oh, welder turn 4, welder turn 5. I don't play the Lysander Labs. Instead I'm opting for Power Plant to give you a little bit extra against those welder decks. Heavy Dedenne counts, and you can shut down the Mew in Mew Box as well. Also, I don't think Lysander Labs really does a whole ton. It gives you a chance against Guardian, which is nice. It's still unfavored. And then I think it's unnecessary against Malamar. I think it's just kind of hard to make them consistently do anything against Malamar. And Malamar actually doesn't even need the spell tag damage to kind of win the prize trade pretty consistently anyways. I don't actually think the Malamar matchup is that good for Pikarom, unless you're able to get off the tag bolt at some point in the game for 2 prizes. But they have the Mew, so that makes things complicated. So yeah, I've just opted for no Lysander Labs. Just kind of running the Power Plant to help against the welder decks. More help against the welder decks. I think that's the biggest struggle for Pikarom right now, is dealing with the welder decks. Gotta play the Heavy Judge. Can't let them sit there and welder over and over and over again. Gotta try and throw some early disruption in there. Can't just wait for the late game reset stamp once they've thinned out their deck a ton, and just can easily pull off the combo they need to close out the game. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and get into some games. Into our first one here. I think we needed a Dedenne here. I'm trying to think about any other way to play this out, but I think it has to be well, we could Stellar Wish first potentially, but I'd rather just, well, I could like save the Power Plant for it. Yeah, I could like save the Power Plant, which would be nice to save, or even put it down if I get like a Judge. Ooh, there's a Volkner. I don't have to take Volkner, but I think I will take Volkner. Run a Volkner for a E-Radar and a Lightning Energy here. And we will E-Radar away. Yeah, both Lightning Energy here. Get ourselves Pikarom and Dedenne. Get both those guys. I'm gonna bench Koko. Bench this. Away the Zapdos. Grab ourselves a Raichu. Yeah, give me that guy. I don't want to lose a custom catcher. Second Jirachi is pretty nice. Custom for 1 here, I guess. E-Power. It's fine to go ahead and burn an E-Power here. And then we will Dedenne change. Get 6 new cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. Attach to the Squeakarom. And then Dance of the Ancients to Raichu and Squeakarom. Alright. No turn 1 Judge. Our deck not quite doing what we wanted to do. I could have just gone with Dedenne change into the Stellar Wish, but that seemed pretty crispy to me, so I went with that line better. We'll look for, I like that line a little bit better. We'll look for the, what's it called, on the next turn. The Judge. I could get off an extra Stellar Wish here. We do play 4 Switch, so there's a good chance we see a Switch even through all of this. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? There's a good chance we see a Switch here through all of these Stellar Wishes, so I'm not going to E-Switch yet. Let's pass over to our opponent. Hopefully I don't get too punished for that. I mean, I can hard retreat the Jirachi as well. I could E-Switch from Raichu to the Pikarom and then attach active hard retreat the Jirachi, depending on what our top deck is. I really do want to see a Judge here, though. I really want to judge my opponent. Yeah, I definitely want to judge. I definitely want to judge here. Got a very big hand. Very good chance of having a welder here. And we would like to get rid of that. Get rid of that potential welder. Maybe I got a little bit greedy with this Stellar Wish here. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on this one. I don't know if I got too greedy here or not. It feels a little greedy. Yeah, it feels a little greedy. I mean, we can go Volkner for energy switch, but then we don't get to play a Judge next turn, which is what we really want to do against these welder decks. We want to Judge very often. They do have a Hoopa here, so I guess maybe they're just knocking out our Jirachi with Hoopa, which is actually fine with me. Then we have another chance to find a Judge off that next Stellar Wish. I would energy switch off the Raichu for sure. Confirm that makes its way over. Yeah, so we did give him an extra ability. I didn't really think about Hoopa being a thing here, but they do have it. That's fine with me if they want to use it. That means they're that much further from Double Blaze for a one-shot, so we have that much more time to work with between our tag teams. And they're only knocking out a Jirachi, which is a one-pricer, so they have to go like, they can go like knockout tag team, chase to Dedenne, I guess. But to be honest, that's fine with me. We'll see if they even end up going with the Hoopa. They did search it out, so I have to imagine they're going to go with Hoopa here. Why else would you search it out if you're not going to go with it? Yep, there it is. And then Cherish Ball for Dedenne. Hey, let's get it. There we go. We had put the Power Plant in play. It would have been pretty effective, it looks like. Yeah, they would have had a Dedenne and 2 Fire Energy. No Stadium available. Yeah, it would have been pretty good there if we actually had done that. Didn't do it. Oh, well. Now our prize trade looks like KO Hoopa, KO Reshizard, KO Dedenne. And we're looking for a Judge here. I want to judge our opponent here. They're going to have a 7-card hand. We just want to be disruptive about preventing them from using welders, like I said, back to back to back. If we can do that, we have a chance. Like, the matchup's not ridiculously terrible. I may make it out to sound a little bit worse than it is. I think we just go ahead and throw a reset stamp at them. 7-5 sounds pretty good to me. Gonna Volkner for a lightning energy for sure, and then we could grab an E-Power or a custom even, and we could look to just KO the Reshizard next turn. Let's take the custom and a lightning energy. Lightning to the Pikarom. I'm gonna go ahead and put Zeraora in play, just in case we get reset stamped ourselves. We want to have the free retreat to be able to move our dudes around back and forth and so on. So here we go. Full Blitz. Knocks out Hoopa. That's cool. 3 energy out of deck. Onto the Raichu. And I don't know. We'll see where this one goes. That's like they don't have a ton of options on their turn. They can hit us with what's it called, which is really annoying. They could hit us with Turtonator. Turtonator still knocks us out actually. But then they have no energy in play, and then they would have to like go into Blacephalon potentially to get a knockout on the following turn. Who knows if they even play Blacephalon? They might. Playing the Acrobike makes me think they're playing the heavier fire energy build, and probably not so much the crystal build. We'll have to find out though. There's so many different lists of abilities are going around. It's like impossible to actually tell what your opponent's playing until you're like halfway through the game, and it's kind of too late to know for sure. Which does make it difficult to like operate against the deck. It's like you just don't know what they're playing until the game. It's like too late. Until it's like too late, you're like, oh, I wonder what they're playing. Oh, well, game's over. Well, too bad. Big struggle against abilities are right now. You actually never know what they're playing. They could be playing Acrobikes and Crystals. They could be playing no Acrobikes and Crystals. They could be playing 18 Fire Energy and Crystals. Like, it's like so many different stuff going on. So it's hard to tell. It's really hard to figure out what you want to play against, what you're trying to play against, like what you're playing into against your opponent's abilities are. We're in a good spot here though. We got that second custom, so next time we can just KO this Charizard. The problem with even KOing the Charizard though, it does slow our opponent down quite a bit, which is good. Our opponent will be a lot slower moving forward from here, but we don't have any more custom catchers, so we can't chase like a Dedenne or something. So I want them to come active with this Charizard and Flare Strike us. That's what I want. They shouldn't do that, but they might, and I would be fine if they did it. If not, we're just gonna have to chase it, and then we'll have to come up with 2 prizes to close out the game from there. They might even go, if they go like Flare Strike our Zeraora, ooh, that's pretty good for them actually. If they Flare Strike our Zeraora, I kind of like that for them actually. Because then if they do play Blacephalon, they can clean us up with Blacephalon or Victini. Victini would also clean us up pretty well. Yeah, there's the 9 Temptations. Maybe I should have benched Zeraora. Oh well, they're chasing it. Yeah, I could have like not benched this. I didn't really think about this as a game plan. It works out pretty well for our opponent though, so it's like, oops. Yeah, so knock out our Zeraora. We're going to look for a Volkner into a reset stamp because I want to hold the custom catchers because that does just win us the game on the following turn. But I still want to try and reset their hand as much as possible. So I'm going to look for a Volkner to use reset stamp or the reset stamp. I could also find the reset stamp off the Stellar Wish. That's what we're looking for though. Volkner or it's some way to reset their hand. Volkner for Reset Stamp or Reset Stamp. We don't really want to judge, but I might judge if I whiff here. We whiffed. Uh-oh. I don't really want to judge though, because then I lose the reset stamps, or not the custom catchers, not the reset stamps. But I really should disrupt their hand. I feel like I should really disrupt their hand. Electropower. I've got this feeling. We know they have Victini in hand as well, so that makes it a little bit scary. But they don't have a way to discard all the energy, right? Like they can't put down another Dedenne or anything. Yeah, I don't think they can do it. So we're just gonna actually swing. Oh, we go to the bench with our Lightning Ride GX as well. Yeah, I think we're safe here. We're gonna lightly ride. That's right. I always forget you good to go to the bench too. So they need to like Ninetales us up. I guess that wouldn't be that big of a. That's like 2 more energy in the discard pile. That's not that difficult for them. Oh well. Here we go. This is what we're doing. 3 prize cards. Hoping our opponent doesn't have the out here. I could have judged. I knew a custom catcher was prized as well. Well, we might get punished here in the end. They could even actually. They could 9 Temptations twice. They could go like 9 Temptations up this, and then 9 Temptations up this. And then that's 11 energy in the discard pile. But they would still have to get to 12. But they could do that with like a Hearth usage or something. But they do play Fire Crystals. We do see a Fire Crystal here. So they don't play... I've never seen a list with 18 Fire Energy and Fire Crystal. I lied about that earlier. I've never seen that. I've never seen 18 Fire Energy and Fire Crystal. That is a little bit ridiculous to me to think about. So... they might not have that. We're kind of hoping they don't have that, actually. That's kind of the game plan here. So hope they don't have that. It would have been really nice to hit a Volkner or a Reset Stamp off that. I think it would have also been reasonably safe for me to judge there. We have a lot of draw power in the left in the deck with Dedennes and stuff. We wouldn't have to put what's it called. So we might get punished here. But there's the Dedenne bring up. So I think they're going to be knocking that out with what's it called here. Unless they're just going to go 9 Divisions again and then bring up our Pikachu. There's a weird switch, or an interesting switch, maybe I should say. And Dedenne change. All right, well, their field is really bad looking now. It's completely locked up, and they have no way to do anything, and we should have game here if they don't reset stamp us. If they reset stamp us, we can still get there, but it'll be pretty difficult. But their bench is locked, so they're pretty much waiting for us to take a knockout. So they can't win until we win, pretty much. That's pretty much the way it is right now. They probably should have tried to attack with Ninetales into Jirachi this turn, and like force me have something to... I don't know. I don't like this play at all. Unless they have a reset stamp to back it up. But even then, it's not that great. Because I'm not going to knock out... Well, I might have to knock... If they actually went Ninetales punch this... Oh, no, I wouldn't have to knock it out. But here we go. Double customs. We're killing a Dedenne for our final 2 prizes here. Yeah, pretty easy. Our hand had a ton of possibilities in it. And here we go. Easy dub here versus this abilities art in our first game. I think our opponent played a little weird when they attached the Hoopa, but we'll take it. We'll take that dub. Up against another Zard here in this one. Definitely want to look to judge them. We have a pretty good opening here, actually. That's pretty sweet. Board, lightning, custom for 2. The rat goes down. That's why we play 3 rats in here, because we discard rats with rats a lot of the time. So no judge. Come on, give me the judge. There we go. That's that judge I was looking for. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna go ahead, throw down Power Plant, play judge, try and just completely lock our opponent out of the game here on the first turn. Ideally, make it hard for them at the very least. Yeah, I got a follow-up judge as well. It's kind of cool. And go ahead, my dude. See what you got. Yeah, that's why I like the 3 rats still, even though we play Power Plants. Because you usually still want to use 2 rats throughout a game, like your Power Plants. The only Power Plant that might stick is the Power Plant at the end of the game when you go Power Plant Reset Stamp. If you get that, man, this man had Rat Stadium. Okay, he had to sacrifice Power Pad, I guess, for Rat Stadium, so that's okay. So yeah, that's why I like 3 rats. Either you discard a rat early, sometimes you use 3 rats. Oh my gosh, can you draw any better off of the rat, bro? At least whiff Welder, please. Give me a chance here. Gosh. All right, we'll see where this one goes. That's definitely a pretty good draw from our opponent. Not gonna lie. Ooh, there goes the U-Train. Get rid of him. I don't know what we're gonna do next turn. We could just punch him with Zapdos. That would be like fine. I think I might just like set up for the punch with Zapdos. Yeah, I think we're just gonna plan to punch with Zapdos here. I'm like even gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go attach. We have 1 lightning in the discard pile. We might end up with another one through the Zapdos punching him. So I'm not actually gonna get rid of another one. Off the Hearth. We could have gotten rid of another one off the Hearth, but I'm not option not to. Stellar Wish here. Gonna grab an E-Switch. Still do not have access to... we're getting pretty close. Alright, and yeah, we're just gonna punch with Zap Guy here. Only hitting for 80, but we could possibly get like 2 E-Powers or something and then full Blitz Knockout. That's like the ideal goal here, is double E-Power. Full Blitz Knockout. We're a ways from doing that, but there's time. Got time to pull this off. Can Volkner... well, doesn't really get to... we could Stellar Wish into a E-Radar and then Volkner for Calm and Lightning, and then E-Radar away the E-Switch and the Switch, and then, or maybe the double switch and keep the E-Switch, and then we could full blitz this and then Dedenne change. That would probably be the move. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. I like that. And then try and find the double E-Powers. I mean, it all depends on what our top deck is, but it might even get easier with our top deck. This man is playing turbo abilities. This man has Acrobites and Judge Whistle. What the heck? But he did welder to the active. I do like to see that. That's cool for us, because he is going to go, if we can knock this out, we might even Tag Bolt knock this out. We don't want to Tag Bolt knock this out. I really don't, but if we could, well, we hopefully full blitz with double E-Power. That's the thing here, is we hopefully full blitz with double E-Power. That's the sauce. That's what we're looking for here. That's the ideal here. Yeah, unfortunately, they get to outrage kill Zapdos, but it was pretty much that or nothing on the turn, so I kind of like softening it up. Kind of means we don't have to use our big attack, or we can get the full blitz knockout on the next turn. Same thing. Oh, so there's an E-Radar top deck. So now we could Volkner for Lightning Communication. Okay, so we can go... well, I want to judge him, though, because look how big his hand is. Oh, well. Volkner for Calm and Lightning. Gotta check for the Cocoa Prism. There he is. Okay. Yeah, take these two. And then we are going to Dedenne change this anyway, because we want to look for the double E-Power play. So we're going to get rid of Judge and Snitch here. Get ourselves the Dedenne, and it doesn't matter, the other one's going back in the deck. So Raichu. Cool to have you stick around for a bit, but goodbye, sir. Hello, Cocoa Prism. That's what we're talking about here. Bada boom. I'll attach. Oops. Woo. All right, and then Dedenne change. And we're hoping for an E-Power into Stellar Wish into E-Power. That's our dream. Ooh, there's E-Power. I'm excited now. And we can get rid of some of our opponent's hand as well. Yeah, let's do it. No, so close. All right. So we still could go with the Tag Bolt knockout, which I kind of like, and I think I will do, because we can like reset stamp them, power plant them, Tag Bolt knockout, and then I will take access to the it's only 4 energy. We've already attached for a turn. Damn, we're 1 energy from being able to Tag Bolt this turn for the full effect. I think we just Tag Bolt knock this thing out. I think I grab the Tag Switch to give me my most options on the next turn. Yeah. I don't think I need any of this stuff. We have Power Plant as well, so we can like reset stamp Power Plant shenanigans. He's down 2 to Dedenne, so it might not be that big of a deal, but still worth. Calm away the Jirachi. We're gonna get the Raichu now, so I can Cocoa Prism the energy over to it. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I think I still go with the play where we hit this thing really hard, because it just makes most sense to me. I don't know, like, yeah, I kind of don't want him to have access to this Charizard. He still has the GX attack. Like, let's just deal with it now. Make it as hard as possible for him. That's kind of the point of the Pikarom deck. Just make, on the Welder deck specifically, make it as hard as possible for your opponent to do anything. That's what we're trying to do here. Just make it really hard for them to do anything. There's a switch. That's cool. We can get back into the Jirachi, because we're hopefully not getting knocked. Well, we just can't get. Well, we could get knocked out by like Victini or something, but they have 5 energy in here. That's probably not happening. And we're probably not getting knocked out next turn. So we can look to just like get a knockout on something next turn, and then chase a Dedenne on the following turn. We have 3 customs left, so that's like the game plan, is get those customs. Man, why do you always have to have the hearth? I mean, I guess he's got Jirachi, but still, give me a turn with the plant, my dude. Not that it's a big deal, because our opponent is down to Dedenne, and now if they put another Dedenne down, they just lose the game. So I guess right now it's not a big deal at all. So I don't even know why they're not using the hearth immediately, because they can't afford to bench another Dedenne here. They would board lock themselves, and I could just wait and not do anything until I win the game. So they actually just can't afford to put down another, what's it called here? So yeah, interesting choice, I guess, to not just Hearth first before that other Stellar Wish. Because if I put another Dedenne down, I would literally sit here until I can get access to double Custom Catcher, and then be like, okay, knock out your Jirachi. Next turn, double Custom Catcher, knock out Dedenne. So yeah, interesting. I think interesting. Maybe not so interesting. There's a Charizard. Can't use him this turn. Yeah, so even if we have double custom here, we don't want to bring up the Turtonator because then it could get awkward again where I just can't. I don't have any way to chase a Dedenne down to close out the game. So we're just going to full blitz knock out this Jirachi and look for the double custom catcher on the following turn, which I think we have a good chance of getting. We'll have 2 Stellar Wishes, maybe 3. Probably just 2 Stellar Wishes over 2 turns. We have a Volkner, so we just get a second Volkner even, and we have 2 Volkner left in the deck, 2 custom catcher left in the deck. So we just go Switch, Stellar Wish first. And then I would walk Volkner for a piece in case we need a Volkner for a piece on the next turn, but I keep saying like Volkner. So switch first. Thinking about thinning out the deck with E-Radar. Could get rid of Tag Switch and a Lightning. Seems fine. Shouldn't need these anymore. So we can get this guy out of the deck. Oh, just that guy? Okay, but it was still worth it. So yeah, there's 3 customs in the deck. Here we go. Stellar Wish. That's an E-Switch, not what we need. And then, is it better to do it this way? Yeah, because if we get a Volkner off the Stellar Wish, then it would have to be back-to-back supporters. So we're going to get these 2, and then we're going to retreat. I'm going to attach. I'm going to not bench that. And then I'm going to full blitz for the knockout. Put them all on Raichu, I guess. I don't know. I guess I didn't really need to attach to Raichu. I don't know. Let's load up Raichu. Give it all to Raichu. He can utilize it somehow. I trust him. He'll do his best with it. Get a prize card here. Pikachu. Alright, so they're only going to also have 1 Welder after this. If they even get this knockout here this turn, they could also actually just go KO Dedenne here. That would actually also be fine. Through the 9 Temptations, they could go like attach somewhere, bring up Dedenne, knock out Dedenne instead, which would actually be okay for our opponent. And then knock out a tag team on the next turn. That does work out in the prize trade for them. They attack us with Turtonator here. The only Pokemon they have that can actually KO us on the next turn is what's it called? Victini. So they could do the Victini play though. They have what, like 10? They'll have 10 fire in the discard pile. There's the last. All right, there's the last Welder. Yeah, they'll have 10 fire in the discard pile, and they could get up to 14 for sure. Definitely possible. We'll see. Yeah, if we just get another custom catcher here though, the game's over. That's our game plan. We only have a 15 card. I didn't even realize how small our deck was. All right, we have a 15 card deck with 2 customs, 2 Volkners in it, so we have a pretty good shot. It'll be a 14 card deck after our top deck as well. All right, that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I'm liking our odds here. Closing. Let me get him in there. Oh. All right. Yeah, here we go. We're just gonna do it. There it is. Custom catcher. Easy game. Easy dub over another ability Zard. Yeet. Give me that boy. And we're gonna take him out. Yep. There's a concession from our opponent. There it is. Another dub over ability Zard. That's going to do it for this video with some games with the Pikachu. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a short video today. Playing a couple games with some Pikachu. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I don't hate Pikachu. I just don't think it's great right now. I think the deck is still very good. But in the current meta, I think Pikachu just lacks a little bit of power that some of the other decks have. So if you're still liking Pikachu, roll with it, I say. But if you want to pick up a slightly better deck, check out YouTube Box, check out Abilities Are. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.